Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Ray Sports News and Debates. In today's video, we're going to be going over our Week 4 NFL predictions, okay? And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we're going to have the Thursday night game, okay? The Detroit Lions against the Green Bay Packers. Now, so far, I've been really harsh on Jordan Love. And through 3 games, he's been solid. Now, they're leading the league in 3-and-outs. So, that's neither here nor there. But for the most part, he has looked decent. That being said, I trust Detroit in this one. They bounced back from the Seahawks, very close Seahawks loss, to dominating the Falcons 20-3 last week. I think they're going to continue that dominance with the win over Green Bay here. Going into our Sunday night games, okay, we have our first London game. I'm not going to be getting up that early. I got work. But anyways, we got the first London game, Atlanta against Jacksonville. A game I really think could go either way. But Jacksonville has played good in London. So I'm going to go with Jags here. I think they have the better offense. I think they have the better team. The Jaguars just have this thing about playing down to their competition. Whether it's a really, really bad team, they'll play down to them. If it's a good team, they'll play up to them. But I think they'll dominate the Falcons here. And what I think is going to be the game of the week, you got the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Now, I went back and forth with this one. Buffalo has looked dominant since the Week 1 loss to the Jets. But Miami's been dominant the whole year. And they've already faced a good Jets defense and dominated them. Or was it the Jets defense? It was another good defense, but nonetheless, Miami. It was Denver's defense. They put 70 on this Denver defense, which that team is like really, really good. Well, the defense is anyway. But I'm gonna stick with the momentum here. My gut says to pick Buffalo, but my heart says the Miami Dolphins pull this out. I think they win here. I think they make it clear they're the clear-cut favorites in that division going forward. So we're going to say Miami. And what could be the worst game of the week based on 3 weeks of play on both sides? You got the Denver Broncos and you got the Chicago Bears. Now, when I tell you I couldn't pick this one, both teams have looked terrible. Justin Fields has looked god-awful this year. Russell Wilson hasn't looked terrible, but when you allow a 70 spot on you, eek. I'm going to go Broncos, I guess. I think they have the better offense. They definitely have the better quarterback, but that's not saying much. But I'm going to go Denver here over Chicago. We got Baltimore at Cleveland. Deshaun looked really well last week. Again, another guy I've been, really hard on the past couple of weeks. But I think Cleveland pulls it out. Baltimore has not looked like the world beaters that everyone has thought they were going to, including myself. And they do struggle against teams that have good defenses. So I'm going to go Cleveland wins this one in a close one. Cincinnati at the Titans. Everything in my head says the Titans are going to win. I think Derrick Henry will have a bounce-back game. I think Ryan Tannehill will be decent. But I can't pick against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm going to choose Cincinnati here. You got the Rams at the Colts. I'm gonna go Colts here. Whether it's Richardson or Gardner Minshew, I do think I do think the Colts will win this game. Tampa Bay at the Saints. We still don't know the status of Derek Carr going into this week's game. If he doesn't play, I'm definitely picking Tampa Bay. But we can't live on what ifs. I think Tampa Bay bounces back. Baker had a bad game, but he, against the Eagles. I have a feeling he's going to bounce back against the Saints. I feel like they pulled this one out, and they assert their dominance as the clear-cut favorites to win that division. Washington at Philadelphia. I'm going to go Philly here. Philly's offense has looked pretty good over the past couple of weeks. Hard for me to pick against them. Minnesota at Carolina. I do think the Vikings get back to 500 here, and they beat the Panthers. I believe Bryce Young is going to start this game. I'm not 100% on it, but we're going to choose Kirk Cousins anyway. Pittsburgh at Houston. CJ looked amazing against the Jags last week. Absolutely amazing. Pittsburgh looked dominant last week as well. This is going to be one of CJ's hardest tests defensively wise. I do think he struggles a little bit. I am going to bet Pittsburgh to win. I think Najee Harris is going to have a good game as well. He's been kind of struggling 3 weeks in. But yeah, we're going to go Pittsburgh here. Raiders at Chargers. I think Austin Eckler is coming back this game. If that's the case, we are definitely going with the Chargers either way. I think they just have the clear-cut better offense. I like the defense on the Chargers side more than I do the Raiders side. And I think it's going to come down to quarterback play. Do I trust Justin Herbert or do I trust Garoppolo more? Talent-wise, I have to go with Herbert here. So we're going to go Chargers. Next, we got New England at Dallas. I definitely think Dallas is going to bounce back this week against New England. Their offense really hasn't done much of anything this year. The defense is going to be tough. That's how a Bill Belichick team is run. They're going to take away what you're good at. So they're going to probably make Dak pass the ball. But we're going Cowboys here. Cardinals at 49ers. I think this one's clear cut. 49ers are going to dominate this game. Shout out to Arizona for beating Dallas last week. Kansas City at the Jets. Again, I think this is clear cut, straightforward. Kansas City's going to win over the Jets here. Seattle at the Giants. A game that could go either way. I'm not 100% on Barkley's health either way. I definitely think Seattle has the better offense and the better quarterback play right now. So we're going to go with the Seattle Seahawks in this game. And with that being said, that's going to be a wrap on Week 4 NFL picks. Drop your predictions in the comments below, guys. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers on this channel, guys. And until next time, you guys have a good one.